IHT Hotel School. What a beautiful day it is to welcome you here on our campus, situated in the northern suburbs of Oudtshoorn, Cape Town, South Africa. So, without further ado, let's get inside, grab a coffee, and then we can show you what IHT is all about. Thank you, Emil. That looks so good. All right, while we enjoy our coffee, I'm going to hand you over to Anton and Kari Smith, the founders of IHT Hotel School. They will tell you a little bit more about what we do here at IHT.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. My name is Kari Smith and I'm the founder of IHT Hotel School. I'm so glad you can join us today, and I want to tell you there is life after COVID-19, especially a hospitality life. And why do I say that? Because in the hospitality industry, I believe we are part of what we call an essential service. Why? Because people will always need to travel. And those people, it doesn't matter if they're traveling for business and if they are traveling for leisure, they need to be able to stay somewhere, be it in a 5-star hotel or in a bed and breakfast establishment. Or it might just be that those people are the people that need to eat. It doesn't matter where we are, they all form part of what we call a global hospitality industry. One thing that this COVID-19 brought about is it challenged all of us to start thinking outside of the box. Just think about it. Last year, this time, you would never imagine that next year in your matric year, you would be sitting maybe in your lounge in your pajamas, still in class in a virtual classroom, looking at your friends and at your teacher on a mobile screen or even on your laptop screen. It has challenged you to start thinking outside of the box.
Hi, I'm Anton Smith, the Commercial Manager for IHT Hotel School, and thank you for tuning in to our virtual open day today. Did you know that IHT is the only higher educational hotel school in the northern suburbs of Cape Town? And for the last 22 years, hundreds and hundreds of students have graduated from IHT and currently find themselves in national and international strategic positions worldwide. We are proud of our campus as IHT Hotel School is situated in the beautiful upmarket area of Oudtshoorn in the northern suburbs of Cape Town. Our campus buildings was declared a national monument in 1980, and we are situated on a 2,000 square meter piece of land with terraces rolling down to a river. Wow, isn't this a peaceful environment to study in?
The hospitality industry is one of those industries where we are constantly thinking about doing things outside of the box. If you want to stay part of this industry, you always need to be one step ahead. Be it that you might be a barman, you need to make sure that you're one step ahead of the barman next door. Why? If you can have the ability to just flare your bottles when making a cocktail, it will ensure that your customers come running back to you. In that same way, I know that in the hospitality industry, every single day, we are being challenged with things like, what can I do in order to wow my customers, to make sure that they come back to us, to make sure that I add a wow factor that will ensure that the customers keep on coming back to my establishment, be it in a bar or a hotel. Let me give you another example. The Hilton Hotel in Japan, for instance, have a little robot that is their concierge, and every millennial wants to book at that hotel. Why? Because they want to take a picture next to a talking robot and then have the ability to post it on their Instagram to say, yo dudes, I was there, come have a look. And I want to say to you that thinking outside of the box is one of the essential things we need in the hospitality industry. And if you know that you are wired in a way that you always want to make sure that you think outside of the box, creating an experience to people that would want them to come back to you for good service, and you want to become part of this global industry, I want to invite you today to come and have a look what we have to offer in IHT Hotel School that will help you to become part of the essential service called the hospitality industry in the future.
At IHT, we offer a personal, nurturing environment to our students, and it's part of our values that we feel we have a responsibility to invest more in our students than just academics. Because IHT Hotel School is a private higher education, our classes are smaller, which is much better for the transfer of skills and is excellent for learning delivery.
I really believe the hospitality industry is an industry that is part of the essential services, and it's an industry that will always be with us. It doesn't matter what the situation around us economically, globally, what we are facing, hospitality is one of those things that will always be here. It's an essential service. And if you want to be part of this global industry, I want to invite you to come and have a look at what we offer at IHT Hotel School to help you to become part of this global industry.
And like Kari Smith, our CEO, said, IHT is definitely the vehicle to bring you into this essential world of the global hospitality industry. Why is IHT your vehicle? Our program is in essence a business management program with a hospitality flavor. Our content is very unique, and hospitality business management forms the basis of many other career paths that you can follow. At IHT Hotel School, we offer paid internships. Isn't that a great way to start your career by getting paid while you do in-service training? So there you have it. This is just a few points why IHT Hotel School is tailor-made for you.
I want to thank you for tuning in today, and I really look forward in hearing from you, and I cannot wait to see how we can help you to become part of this global industry.
Hi guys, welcome to IHT Hotel School's virtual open day, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Annemarie, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about what we offer at IHT Hotel School. We train and equip students with the skills needed to become leaders of tomorrow's hospitality establishments. What do we offer? We offer a 3-year full-time diploma in hospitality management, meaning that you receive university-level education, including a broad subject content based on the different sectors of hospitality, as well as internships at top 4- and 5-star hotels throughout South Africa, as well as abroad. The focus of our program is hospitality, service, management, business, as well as entrepreneurial skills transfer to our students. Year 1 of the program focuses on practical application of the theoretical knowledge that our students gain in their classes at IHT Hotel School. In Year 2 and 3 of the program, the focus shifts towards the management, business, and entrepreneurial skills. Year 2 of the program requires our students to plan and execute charity events for Touching Lives, a non-profit organization started up by IHT Hotel School in 2010. This teaches them the value of community service. In Year 3 of the program, students are required to stretch their managerial muscles when setting up business plans for hospitality businesses that they came up with. So that concludes what we offer at IHT Hotel School. So how are we able to do that? We do it by providing a quality academic service. What does that mean? When you study at IHT Hotel School, you receive a quality guarantee on the diploma that you receive at the end of your 3 years of studies. IHT Hotel School is registered with the Department of Higher Education and Training. The program we offer, the Diploma in Hospitality Management, is also accredited by South African Council of Higher Education and Training on an NQF Level 6. We also create a learning environment for our students that encourages their development, both intellectually as well as personally. In the classroom, our focus is on optimal skills transfer. We are able to offer this due to the smaller classroom setup that we offer at IHT Hotel School. Our classes never exceed 20 to 30 students in a classroom. Our students also have a lot of contact time with their lecturers.
Apart from contact time in a classroom setup, our students also receive additional assistance from lecturers in the form of consultations. Students that struggle with certain work concepts are able to schedule time on the consultation board to get the additional assistance from their lecturers. We also offer our students a broader experience of the industry by not just offering class experience but also industry experience. Our students are taken out into industry to experience what the industry is about. This includes site inspections at some of our partner hotels, visits to wine farms, as well as a lot of other beverage outings. We also have a counsellor on staff at IHT Hotel School that assists our students that need additional emotional support. Our campus culture at IHT Hotel School is also very unique. We are very well known for our family-orientated culture at IHT. When you come and study here, we know you by name, and you are certainly not just a number to us. Our program greatly relies on our relationships with industry partners throughout the global hospitality industry. When you come study at IHT Hotel School, you will complete 2 internships, either local or abroad. This will mean that by the time you graduate as an IHT Hotel School at the end of your 3rd year, you will have completed a full year of experience that you can add to your CV when applying for positions in our industry. Our relationships include Marriott International, the Liz McGrath Collection, the One and Only Resorts, Fan Court in George, the Newmark Hotel Group, as well as the Royal Portfolio. A quick overview of where some of our students completed their internships during their studies at IHT Hotel School. Jessica Mtsweni completed her first-year internship at Sky Villa in Plettenberg Bay. Caroline Smith completed hers at Motswari Private Game Reserve, which forms part of the Newmark Hotel Group. Jordan Urdang completed his final year internship at the Westin in Dubai. With your IHT diploma in hand, you will be able to work all across the globe. A quick glimpse of where some of our students are currently working. Reinhard Korf, an IHT graduate, is currently the Senior Hotel Pre-Opening Manager for the Citizen M Hotel Group. They recently opened a brand new hotel in Seattle in America. Leora Ment, also an IHT graduate, is currently an event planner at Century City Conference Centre and Hotel. This is also the establishment where Leora completed her final year internship before being offered a permanent position to join the team. Stefan Huggett, also an IHT graduate at IHT Hotel School, is currently the Sales and Marketing Executive at the Spear Wine Estate in Stellenbosch. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy the rest of the open day.
Good day everyone, my name is Wanda Cronje. I am the Culinary and Wine Studies lecturer at IHT Hotel School. I'm not going to give you wine today, however we are going to do some quick recipes, and I've got an assistant today who is Courtney Gassert. She will introduce herself. She is one of my first year students, and obviously there's a reason why she's here.
Hello, I'm Courtney Gassert. I am currently studying at IHT Hotel School. I'm hoping to enter the hospitality industry, and I'm currently thoroughly enjoying my cooking experiences.
See, so that's why I'm using it. So we have got a theme today. Our theme is DIY, or we are in lockdown, as you all know. So let's cook with what we've got, because often that is an excuse for, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. Everything that we are using today is going to take you less than 5 minutes. And also everything that I'm going to do today is stuff that you've got at home. Today we are making cheese. Yes, really, I'm making cheese. So for the cheese, what we need is we need some full cream milk. You can't use low fat, it has to be full cream. We need some vinegar. Now I use white wine vinegar, and the reason why we use white wine vinegar is because white wine vinegar has got a lower acidity level than acetic acid, which is just spirit vinegar. Courtney, what other vinegars do we get?
Cider vinegar and balsamic vinegar, which is traditionally a wine.
Yes, see, so it matches into what I do. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make some cheese. So basically we're doing this on an induction plate, which is just controlled heat. Obviously you can use electricity or you can use gas, whichever you've got at home. So what we do is we just pour the milk into the pot. We will then heat it up. Okay. And then what we do is we just bring it to just below boiling point. You don't want it to boil because then it breaks the bands. To that we will then add a little bit of salt, and then we allow it to just heat up. Just before we take it off the heat, what we will do is we will add some vinegar to it. And it's about 3 tablespoons of vinegar. What will then happen is the curds will actually start forming. So it looks as if the milk is splitting. So let me show you what it looks like when the milk splits. And this is what you end up with. Looks disgusting, doesn't it? But this is not where the magic ends. So what we then do in here, you'll see I've just got a dish towel, I've got a bowl, and I've got a sieve. So we will then just pour this through here. There we go. That is off, so I can just put it back on there. And we will then just allow the liquid to seep out. Okay, at this stage it's quite hot, but it cools down relatively quickly. If you want it to be spreadable, so you want to put it on a sami, the easy thing to do is to just then leave it for about 3 minutes, and then you can put it on your toast. Okay? If you want a more sort of harder, stiffer ricotta that you want to make a cheesecake with, you will leave it for around 20 minutes. And what you end up with then is something that looks like this. Okay, so that is the ricotta that we pay $50 for when you go to the shop. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a bit of a competition. So let's see how quickly we can make bread and how quickly we can make a 4-minute cheesecake. So Courtney, you are now on the clock. Okay. You are now going to make a 4-minute cheesecake. I'm going to make some naan bread.
So now what I'm doing is I'm just adding the crushed up tennis biscuits, and then I'm going to add some melted butter to that to make the base for the cheesecake. Once the base of the cheesecake has been put into the cheesecake ramekin, I will then add a litre of yogurt and a tin of condensed milk, which I will then beat together. This will then be added onto the Mari biscuit and butter base and then cooked in the microwave for 4 minutes. Before we then add a granadilla puree on top with some spearmint leaves as a finishing touch.
Okay, so what I'm doing in here, I've got some self-raising flour and I've just got some double cream yogurt, which is a bit of a, I can eat double cream yogurt just by itself, it's like pudding. So if you don't have double cream yogurt and you go, oh, I don't have self-raising flour, just use, some recipes refer to all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour is just cake flour. So you just use cake flour and you can just use low-fat yogurt, just not the granadilla ones or the strawberry or whatever, because then your bread's going to taste a bit funny. And you'll see it's already starting to come together. This is how easy it is to make bread. No more needing to get Oma arms. Okay, so what did I use? In this bowl, I've got 500 milliliters, which is 2 cups of flour. So like I said, can be self-raising or cake flour, and 1 cup, 250 milliliters of plain yogurt. Okay, so sometimes it's a bit sticky, and all you do then, you just add a bit more flour. It's a very, very forgiving dough, and it goes, let me just add a bit more flour. Courtney's watching me on the side here going, oh hell, I must hurry up. Okay, there we go. Starting to resemble flour like Oma made it, or dough like Oma made it for bread. I've got a ball of dough, and it is lovely and stringy, and you can stretch it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to make some bread. Courtney, what are you up to?
I'm about to make the filling for the cheesecake. I'm going to add my condensed milk to the yogurt and then just whisk it all together. And then we'll put it into the base and stick it in the microwave for 4 minutes.
Okay, and it's a pity my hands are dirty now, otherwise I would have stuck my finger in there. I love condensed milk. Okay, just want to get this a bit drier.
Okay, so now I'm going to add the filling to the crust. You want to make it nice and even. Okay, so I've just finished pouring the mixture into the base. I'm going to just give it a quick tap, get it nice and even, and then I'm going to take it to the microwave for 4 minutes.
Okay, and in the meantime, while she's gone, I'm just going to steal a rolling pin because I need to roll some bread. So we flour the surface. There we go, as we would normally do. And then I'm just going to break off a piece. Oh, this is quite big. There we go. Tap it flat. make sure that I've got some flour on my rolling pin. And the wonderful thing with this dough is you can actually use it as a pizza base as well. It works really, really well. It's very versatile. Those afternoons that you want to quickly make lunch and you go, oh, there's no bread. Just put this together, it's instant, and you can use it as a wrap. Okay, so as you can see, this resembles either sort of a naan bread size. You can make it round and then it becomes a pizza, or if you make it completely round, it becomes a wrap. Let me just get some heat on this little induction plate. There we go. Courtney, can you remember what's the difference between induction, convection?
Convection is a direct heat between a food substance, whereas induction is a controlled heat.
There we go. See, she listens in class, that's why we use her. Okay, so this heats up very, very quickly because conduction heat is actually instant. So what I'm going to do now, you'll see there's no oil in the pan. Okay, and then I just put that in there. We're waiting for the tart to come out the microwave. So I've got some tomatoes here. Courtney, can I ask that you just cut these in half for me? There we go. So, Courtney, why do we use a serrated knife when cutting tomatoes?
Because the acid from the tomatoes will cause a sharp knife to go blunt.
There we go. Okay, so this is a smooth edge knife. The one that she's using is a serrated paring knife. So this is what you would use for cutting everything, obviously not bread, but when you are cutting meat or carrots or making a chiffonade like we're going to be doing just now, you will use a smooth edge knife, while Courtney, when she cuts anything that's acidic, will use a serrated knife because it doesn't blunt it. So while we wait for this, there we go. I've also got some basil here. Now, basil is something that it's actually a summer herb, but we do get them in store now. It's a pity you can't smell these because they smell like summer. So what I'm going to do, there's different knife cuts that we use in the kitchen, and one of the knife cuts that we use is something that's called a chiffonade. Now, sometimes you see people and they're chopping past and they're going very fast. You will never do that to a soft or a fragile herb like basil, because what happens is the oil actually leaks out and it makes the leaves go black. Okay, so with this, once Courtney's done with those tomatoes, you don't have to do all of them, just sort of, that's enough, I think. Won't you just chiffonade? You can use my knife. Just chiffonade, cut in strips. That for me. There we go. And you might see that there's already some steam rising. Oh, it's by mekaar by my. Let me just do that. And our cheese is ready. The cheese that we made just now, there we go, all done. So for this, now I don't suggest that you all put your fingers in the pan. My fingers don't feel heat anymore, so I can become a robber. Maybe not put that on camera, because I don't have fingerprints left. But you will see that my bread is already starting to go slightly brown. So there we go. Courtney has cut them into chiffonade, so they're beautiful. It's like fairy hair. And I've got some tomatoes. We're going to do that, tomato and the basil, we're going to do that on the bread and then make a really, really good sami. Let me just check the other side. It's almost done. I wonder how that cheesecake is doing.
I wonder too. Should I go and check?
Maybe just go and check quickly. Okay, and I'll eat some cheese in the meantime. Okay, this is done. I'm going to switch this off. And let me just get the cutting board. Oh la la, there we go. What's this? I think I'm going to use some of this. Okay, so I'm going to make two different types of samis. So what I'm going to do, just to make it look sort of appetizing, I'm going to tear the bread and not cut it. So I've got two, and we'll just put some tomatoes on there. There we go. Oopala. More cheese. Never have too much cheese. There we go. Some more tomatoes. Some basil. There we go. And if you had a really, really good quality olive oil, now would be the time to actually put it on. One of the things that the students also do in culinary is they learn about different types of oils and specifically about the different types of olive oil, because we sometimes think we must make everything in olive oil at home because it's the healthy option. which is not always the case. Your extra virgin olive oils, which are your best olive oils, must not ever be used for cooking. Just pour them over your salad because they've got wonderful fruity flavors. Your cheaper quality or your lower quality olive oils, usually a little bit cheaper, those are the ones that you can actually use for cooking. So I've created a lovely salmi. Who wants a bite? Okay, so as you can see, there we go. I'm not going to eat this now because I'm going to save it for later, but you can change it into a wrap as well. Now, one of our students comes from a family that have got bees. So the Kiet family kindly donated some honey to us. Look at the beautiful bottles. They look like bears with hats. So what I'm going to do with this one is this is my second pudding because I'm still waiting for the cheesecake. So I'm going to put some of this lovely ricotta on this salmi. There we go. And then just drizzle, here we are, drizzle some honey on there. It's a bit cold, it's winter after all. And there we go. Got a lovely salmi with ricotta and honey. And we have got a wonderful folded sandwich with some basil, ricotta and tomatoes. And if you really want to, you can also roast the tomatoes off. And there we have it, two lovely sandwiches. One a little bit sweet with the ricotta and the honey, and the other one more savory with the basil, ricotta and tomatoes. Oh, welcome back. Hello, Courtney. How does it look?
It looks really, really great, but I think some granadilla on top with a little bit of spearmint might just finish it all.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. Okay, so we're going to put some, you can just drizzle it on.
Okay.
Put some granadilla on there. There we go. It can just be sort of, it's quite a rough tart, so it's fine that it just sort of flows in. Fantastic. And there's some spearmint fresh out the garden.
Smells delicious.
Looks yum. Okay.
There we go.
So if you had some edible flowers to make this even prettier, you could put some edible flowers on there. What is edible flowers? Malvas are edible flowers. Roses are edible flowers. Nasturtiums, kappertjies, they are in season now. They're all over your garden. Pick them. They're the best antibiotic that there is. So you can have antibiotics while you're having dessert. So this will then go into the fridge for about an hour, and then we can have it with coffee. Thank you very much. And I'm going to hand you over to some of our students now to just tell you a little bit more about their experience here at IHT.
Hi, I'm Dino Sturman. I'm 20 years old and I'm a third-year student at IHT Hotel School. The reason why I chose to study at IHT Hotel School was I went to quite a couple of open days throughout Cape Town, and I got a very good, warm, family-friendly feeling when I came to IHT. I felt welcomed, I felt like I was a part of the family. And just from that moment, I knew that that was what I wanted to do. And obviously with my passion of wanting to be in Formula One and working in the hospitality areas in Formula One, I just, I kind of put two and two together, and I just thought, IHT would be the right place for me.
Hi, I'm Nelly Suegina and I'm a third-year student at IHT Hotel School. I decided to study at this institution because it provides you with an intimate learning environment. The lectures are very welcoming and you can create good relationships with everyone, and not only the lecturers but also with the students. The lecturers are always pushing you to work hard and they're always pushing you to do better and improve yourself. I think that's the most important thing that I've learned and something I've taken value of, and I think the institution is a very good place as for a student. It just teaches you a lot as a person and also about the industry as a whole.
Hi, I'm Robin Chloe Cockrell. I'm a first-year student at IHT Hotel School. I have always wanted to study hospitality. I really believe it runs in my blood as I grew up in a bed and breakfast helping my gran. I applied to study at 2 different hotel schools and then was told by my cousin to attend the open day at IHT. My mom and I came, and the first thing that I said to my mom after the open day when we walked out was, I have to be a student at this hotel school. The environment that was created by the lecturers was so fun, and I already felt like family as the students were so welcoming.
Hi, my name is Michael Duplessis. I'm a second-year student at IHT Hotel School. When I was in grade 10 or 11, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life until IHT Hotel School came to visit us at our school, and when I saw what they're going to provide for us and what their program was like. I was like, this was the place I want to go study. So then when I came to one of the open days, and I knew, as I walked in, I knew this was the place I wanted to be, I belonged. Just the vibe was really nice, and the culture, and how I saw how all the lecturers just interact with all the students and how they add that little personalized touch to every lecture or class or assignment we have to do. It's just so amazing how we all are one big family all together.
So the industry did live up to my expectations, but there was a lot more than that. Obviously with the hospitality being a very on-the-go environment, very busy environment, there's obviously a lot to learn, and it kind of pushes you and you end up learning so much. To the person I was walking into industry the first day to the person I was when I left industry, completely different person. And I'm so grateful for that because I grew and I learned so much.
The hospitality industry definitely lived up to my expectations and what I've heard about the industry. My first experience in the industry was at the Coliseum Luxury Hotel. Even though it was a small establishment, I definitely learned a lot, and the offerings of the industry as a whole, I definitely realized more that it's not only about working with people or whatever, it is also about learning how different cultures can coexist with each other, and definitely how you can just provide a good service to people and how they can appreciate it.
My first industry experience was at Fancourt Hotel and Spa, which is located in George. Due to the knowledge and skills I learned at IHT Hotel School, I was selected to go and work at the Manor House for the duration of my internship, and I was lucky enough to complete it there. Just being at the Manor House taught me so much about detail, and which is the same at IHT, where they taught me a lot about detail as well, and how important it is, that little extra personalized aspect into every room, every customer that walks in, and just how it makes them feel that little bit more special as they walk through the Manor House doors.
Lockdown did pose quite a lot of challenges, but luckily IHT implemented a very user-friendly, very interactive and easy online learning system. Initially it was quite a challenge when we heard about it. Obviously it was something completely different, which we've never experienced before, but I mean, we all had faith and we all trusted IHT. And I must commend them for the excellent online platform that they made. It was very user-friendly. We managed to stay up to date with our tests and our work, and we still had access to interacting with our teachers in case we got stuck on any work. We still had consultations, so that all really helped and made it a lot easier.
During the lockdown, I experienced a lot of emotional challenges because the lockdown is not something I could prepare for or something that I've experienced before. I also decided to come out of my comfort zone. I entered for Miss SA, and even though I didn't make it, it definitely taught me a lot to grow as a person, and also it taught me that I can actually do anything I put my mind to, and the confidence. That's something that I learned that I have and I can make use of.
Well, I'm a very family-orientated person, and so therefore the lockdown really brought its own challenges. I felt extremely isolated from my friends and family, and I felt extremely homebound. I just wanted to go and watch the sunset at the beach. However, I overcame it by experimenting in the kitchen. I baked enough to probably feed my entire neighborhood. I gardened, which is something I never enjoyed doing but now absolutely love. I just used the time and took advantage of the time that was given to us to really spend time with those that are closest to me, like my mom and dad and my brother.
What I love most about studying at IHT, one of the things that really attracted me was the global opportunities that IHT offers, which allows us to go abroad and do our internships overseas. Doing an internship overseas is a no-brainer. It's always something that I've wanted to do. So I'm very grateful for the global opportunities that IHT offer.
What I love most about IHT is that they are very accepting of everyone. Even though we are different and very diverse, they still accept everyone, and you feel like you are part of their family. And also they provide you with one-on-one interactions with the lecturers and also with the students. You're able to build relationships, good relationships and close relationships with the rest of the students, and everyone is just like a family. Also, with never having to face anything alone, especially with this big task of having to present a business plan. From the beginning, I've always had assistance when I needed it, and now having the confidence that I can present this business plan at my best ability.
Studying at IHT Hotel School is honestly the best decision I have ever made. just the learning is so one-on-one and intimate. The lecturers really are so passionate about you and they just want to see you grow and develop. And of course, you never grow inside of your comfort zone. And so for me, I have been pushed way out of my comfort zone. For example, doing this live interview or running for SRC, but I have only grown from those experiences. So I'm extremely grateful that they care that the lecturers care so much and are so one-on-one with you and they build a relationship with you, which is so important. And also the environment between your classmates is really a feeling of family and unity, which is honestly the best thing for me because I am so family orientated. No day at IHT is boring. You want to come to class. Every day has its own challenges, of course, but you don't fear the challenges because you know great achievement is going to come from the challenge.
What I love most about studying at IHT Hotel School is the way the lecturers present the classes. As our classes aren't really large, so it's that one-on-one contact you have with the lecturer, and also how they interact with you. If you struggle, they're always there to give a helping hand. What I also love about IHT Hotel School is that everyone is connected. On and off campus, when we are at campus, we help each other with work. If someone struggles, you just lend your helping hand. And then off campus or during weekends, we will always just ride together. And that just seals the deal of us being one big happy family.
Right, next we're going to take you on a campus tour. First stop, our printing area. Our students have Wi-Fi access throughout the campus. In addition to that, they have the facilities to print all their work to submit to lecturers. Upstairs is a wonderful library area for all research facilities and purposes. Let's go and join one of our classes. At IHT Hotel School, we never have more than 2 student groups on campus at any given time. That is because one of our groups is always in industry. As you can see here, one of our classrooms is currently being used for a lecture. Right, next up we have boardroom facilities which our students are allowed to make use for meeting times, for planning and for studying if need be. Next up, follow me outside. As we head outside, you can have a look at the beautiful and picturesque environment in which our students get to enjoy some of their free time. This contributes exceptionally well to the learning environment that we at IHT Hotel School aim to provide. So thank you for joining us. We look forward to welcoming you next time.